One of the first things that adopters quite often ask is, what is a preparation group? And the short answer is, it's a group that we put together usually after adopters have had an initial visit from an agency to express their interest. It is to help you to decide if adoption is right for you and for you to find more information about adoption. One thing that we often get asked is, why on earth do adopters who are thinking of adopting a child need to do a preparation group when children, people who have birth children are not expected to do that? I think that the first reason is really that adopted children have usually had quite difficult early experiences. So there is all the ordinary tasks that you would expect of any parent that you need to be able to do, but also there's lots of extra stuff on top of that. So we sometimes look at that in terms of being parenting plus, so that there is quite a lot of extra stuff that you need to know about that isn't always apparent at the beginning of the process.
So you might be wondering what to expect from a prep group if you get to that point with an adoption agency. So obviously each agency might have their own way of doing it, but generally a group will run over several weeks. So it might be for 4 weeks of 1 day a week, or it might be for 6 sessions or 8, where it might be evenings. We put approximately 10 or 12 people you could expect to be in a group, and that might be a mixture of couples and single adopters. And there's normally 2 social workers will be facilitating the group, and there'll often be experienced adopters come in and speak to you as well. So just to run you through, this is the kind of topics you could expect to come across in a typical adoption prep group of kind of 6 sessions or something. And this will be made up of, there'll be some presentations by the group facilitators, there'll be some where the adopters come and speak to you about their experiences, and then there'll be small group exercises, reading case studies, watching bits of DVDs, and a lot of group discussion. So these are some more of the kind of topics that would normally be covered. And there's lots of opportunities all the way through prep group to ask questions, either of the other prospective adopters that are there, or the social workers or the experienced adopters that are facilitating. And you can always ask anything that you want more information about. There's lots of opportunities to do that, either as part of the group or in the break times.
One thing that people do need to be very aware of is that preparation groups can stir up lots of feelings and memories, and these can be very challenging, particularly if someone has had direct experience of loss or bereavement or difficult childhoods of their own, sort of thing. So we really try hard to get everyone to support each other, but also to provide a really supportive environment for people, and that's quite important. One thing I think is really potentially really beneficial is lots of adopters can meet each other and start supporting each other through their journey. And sometimes the people that you meet on your preparation group are people that you maintain friendships with for many years to come, hopefully. Okay. What we get in terms of feedback about what adopters like about the preparation groups, it's usually the bits that don't involve the social workers. So it's the hearing firsthand from experienced adopters. I think every preparation group will have at least one set of adopters coming in, talking about their own experiences and giving people a chance to ask them questions. I think quite often there will be maybe 2 or 3 different adopters would come in on different weeks and talk about their own specific experiences. I've mentioned it already about meeting other prospective adopters and starting to build a network of support. I think that's one of the big messages that we try and put across, is that support from peers is one of the biggest benefits that that you can get out of preparation groups. And hopefully you will learn, you'll become more informed, and you'll get some new insights. I think nearly everyone who comes to a preparation group learns something completely new that they hadn't thought about beforehand. So hopefully you will learn something. Okay. Right. Now it's your turn to take part, now that we've done our bit. I wonder if you'd be willing, somebody in the audience to, everyone looks terrified, someone who would be willing to volunteer to take part in a very short exercise? Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank goodness for that. Right. And do you want to do this? Do you want me?
No.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to ask everyone to do in the room, and it's open to everyone here, and prospective adopters or social workers or whatever. I want you to think of a regular parenting task that would apply to any parent, and just shout it out, please, one at a time if possible. Anyone think of a parenting task?
School run.
School run. Great. Okay. Fiona, could you pass a balloon forward for every suggestion that we get of a parenting task? And if we could get this firing quite quickly, that would be great, because otherwise we're going to be here for a while. Okay, so you've done the school run. Right, that's at least 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Bath time.
So, tea time.
No. This guy's good. Okay.
Do laundry. Another
After
suggestion?
school clubs and
Oh, good.
clubs.
Yeah,
Okay.
after school clubs. Oh, that was good. That was homework that's coming up here. Homework.
Pack lunches.
Right, that's a great one. Right. Getting the packed lunches ready. Oh, yeah. So planning birthday parties. Christmas.
Buying toys.
Thank you.
Okay, so how's it feeling so far?
Well, apart from the one I dropped, this is a breeze.
Okay.
Any other suggestions?
Right.
Oh, right. Where are you going to put toilet
Can,
paper?
Right. Can anyone think of something that might help him now? Someone else to help him out, yeah? Do we have another volunteer who could maybe help him out with a bit of support?
I can help.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Right. Okay, now what I'd ask you to maybe think of some tasks that might be a bit more specific to the task of being an adoptive parent. So maybe something that might be specific to an adopter. This might be a bit harder, but maybe some of the practitioners could help out if we get stuck. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, contact, very good. Yeah.
Introducing the child to the extended family.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Right, so maybe you can help another one.
Have we run out? Or
Oh, that was it.
Oh, no?
So that was introducing the child to extended family, telling the child about their story.
Okay.
Life story. Life story.
Doing life story work, great, thank you. Okay.
She's like, oh,
Right. Obviously, if we carried on and we came up with more and more tasks, we needed 3 people or something, But at the moment, you're managing quite well between the 2 of you. Yeah, so that's great. Okay. But I think that hopefully illustrates the point that, in a very simple way, that we do all need support, and we need to support each other if we're in a couple. We need support from our family if we're single adopters, and probably as time goes on, we'll need support from other adopters and possibly even social workers and various other people. So thank you very much for that. Very much appreciated.